Today, we're going to tune out the chorus of critics for a bit. We're going to break down 4 powerful reasons why filing for Social Security at 62 could be the best decision for your health, your family, and your financial reality. Ask almost any financial expert, read any article, or take advice from a well-meaning in-law, and you'll likely hear about one thing: a big, scary reduction in your monthly benefits if you claim Social Security early. They'll point to a figure often around 30% and warn you in no uncertain terms against filing at age 62. And let's be honest, for a lot of people, waiting until retirement age or even 70 is the right call. From a purely mathematical standpoint, it often leads to more money over your lifetime. But that advice, as common as it is, totally misses the big picture. It treats one of the most personal decisions of your life like a simple math problem. And it's anything but. Your health, your family, your happiness, and what you need right now aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet. They're powerful, legitimate, and frankly brilliant reasons why claiming your benefits as early as possible isn't just an okay choice. It's the absolute smartest move you can make. This is about maximizing your life, not just your benefits. So this isn't about giving up money. It's about using the money you've earned in the most effective way for your unique life. The first, and maybe most important reason to file at 62 is based on a simple, sobering reality: your health. The whole argument for waiting to claim Social Security is built on the assumption of a long life. The math only works out if you live long enough to make up for the years of payments that you skipped. Financial planners call this the break-even analysis. Typically, that break-even age, the point where the total cash from higher delayed benefits finally overtakes the total from the lower early benefit lands somewhere your late 70s or early 80s. If you live well into your 80s, waiting was a clear win. But what if you have a feeling that you won't live that long? What if your personal health, your family history, or the sheer physical toll of your career makes reaching that break-even point seem unlikely? If that's your situation, delaying your benefits isn't a smart strategy. It's a gamble you're likely to lose. Filing at 62 flips the odds back in your favor. Instead of hoping for more money later, you guarantee you get more of your own money now, maximizing the total benefits you'll personally receive over your entire lifetime. Let's imagine a guy named Frank. He's 62, and he spent 40 years in a physically brutal job: construction, manufacturing, you name it. His body aches, he has high blood pressure and a bad back. He looks at his family tree and sees that his dads and uncles all passed away in their early 70s. Conventional advice would tell Frank to just push through the pain for 5 more years to reach his full retirement age, which for someone his age, born after 1960, to 67. This way, he'd get a bigger check. But that advice feels completely disconnected from his life. Every extra year of work could damage his health, even more shortening the very retirement he's worked so hard for. If he were to pass away at 75, years before the typical break-even point, he would have endured all that extra labor only to leave a huge chunk of his own Social Security money on the table. Money he never got to use. By filing at 62, Frank makes a different choice. He gets an immediate income stream. He can finally leave the job that's breaking him down. That smaller monthly check becomes the key that unlocks his retirement right now while he still has his health to enjoy it. He can travel, hang out with his grandkids, and just live. In his very personal case, claiming early means he gets more total money over his lifetime. It answers that nagging question: what if I work my whole life and die before I even get to enjoy the money? Snorts. For anybody with legitimate health concerns, filing at age 62 isn't a compromise. It's a dignified strategy to make sure you actually benefit from your life's work. The second reason we need to talk about this moves beyond just you and looks at the team, your family. 4 married couples deciding to claim Social Security isn't one decision, it's 2. And coordinating those claims can open up some seriously smart strategies that most people miss. One of the most powerful involves one spouse, usually the lower earning one, intentionally claiming their benefit early as 62. I know it sounds backward. Why lock in a smaller check on purpose? Well, because it can act as a financial bridge, bringing in crucial income that allows the higher earning spouse to delay their claim. This is where the magic happens. For every year the higher earning spouse waits past their full retirement age up to age 70, their future benefit grows by a guaranteed 8%. This doesn't just supercharge their own check, it maximizes what's arguably the most important benefit of all, the survivor benefit. For the spouse who's left behind, they'll benefit from this. Let's look at a couple, Bob and Betty. Bob is a higher earner with a full benefit of $3,000 a month and his full retirement age of 67. Betty, his wife, is lower, let's say $1,500 a month. They're both 62. If Bob waits until 70, his benefit will grow by about 24%, 8% a year for 3 years, reaching around $3,720 a month, plus any cost of living adjustments. That's a huge inflation-protected boost for his life, but how do they get by from 62 to 70 without Bob's income? Betty files for her own benefit at 62. Yes, it's reduced by about 30% to about $8.40 a month. But that $8.40 isn't just a small check, it's a lifeline. It's the income bridge that helps them pay the bills, let their 401ks keep growing, and provide steady cash while Bob's benefit gets supercharged. Now let's flash forward. Bob turns 70 and claims the maximized $37.20 a month. Their household income from Social Security jumps. But the most critical part of this plan protects Betty. If Bob passes away first, Betty can switch from her own smaller check to the survivor benefit equal to 100% of what Bob was getting. She would step up to that full amount per month for the rest of her life, and if they had both claimed at 62, Bob's benefit would have been reduced to about $2,100 a month, and that's the survivor benefit that Betty would have been stuck with. By having Betty take a small reduction early, they played the long game, securing a much larger and more stable financial future for the surviving spouse. It's a strategy that's especially powerful when an age or income gap between spouses is present. For the lower earning spouse, filing at 62 isn't about losing. It's a strategic move to secure a much bigger win for the family. The third reason for filing at 62 is the most direct and for many the most urgent. You simply need the money. In a perfect world, retirement is a smooth glide path. But life isn't perfect, it's messy. A sudden job loss, a medical emergency, needing to care for a sick parent. These things can blow up, even the best laid plans. For millions of Americans, claiming X62 isn't a choice between a good option and a great one. It's the only option to stay afloat. When you're staring down a mortgage payment you can't make or a prescription you can't afford, the thought of a bigger check 5 years from now is meaningless. You need cash today. In these moments, Social Security becomes the exact safety net it was designed to be. It's the lifeline that can help you stop draining your 401k in a down market, or even worse, racking up high-interest credit card debt just to survive. Now, if you're under your full retirement age and have to work while getting benefits, you have to know about the Social Security earnings test for 2025. If you're under your full retirement age for that whole year, your benefits are reduced by $1 for every $2 you earn above the annual limit of $23,400. A different, higher limit applies the year you reach your full retirement age, which is $1 for every $3 that you earn above $62,000. But here's the key part many people miss. When you reach your full retirement age, the Social Security Administration recalculates your benefit and gives you credit for the months your benefit was withheld. This is going to increase your monthly check from that point forward. This makes claiming at 62 a workable strategy even for somebody who gets laid off at 61 and can only find part-time work. That Social Security check can supplement the lower income and create a financial floor, allowing you to meet your obligations without making panic decisions. There's zero shame in this. Life happens. Using your Social Security as the resource you earned when you're in your most vulnerable isn't poor planning. It's pragmatic, it's necessary, and it's exactly what it's there for. The fourth reason flips the script from financial necessity to financial freedom. It's about consciously choosing to fund a better quality of life during your go-go years. Your go-go year is that amazing window of time, usually in your 60s and early 70s, when you have the health and the energy to finally do all the things you dreamed of. The conventional wisdom to delay until 70 for the biggest check ignores the simple truth. $1 at age 63 when you can hike a trail in a national park or chase your grandkids around is worth way more than your life satisfaction than $1 at 83 when your health might not be the same. It's no surprise that recent studies show the average retirement age in the US is around 62 to 64. Many people are already voting with their feet, prioritizing freedom now over a bigger paycheck later. This isn't about recklessness. It's a strategic life decision. You've worked for 40-plus years. You've paid into the system. This strategy says, use those early Social Security payments as an investment in your own joy. That check at 62 can be the difference between buying that RV for that cross-country trip and just staying home. It can be the budget for the plane tickets to see your family or the funds to pick up that hobby that you put down decades ago. This is especially true for people who are just plain worn out from their careers. We're not just talking about those with a specific diagnosis, but anyone whose body is just done. You've spent your life on your feet, and the thought of working until the age of 67 can feel like a prison sentence. Claiming at 62 is your permission slip to finally rest and reclaim your well-being. The one major caveat here is that this strategy works best if you have other sources of income like a pension or a well-funded 401k. Since your benefit is smaller, the annual cost of living adjustments or COLA will also be based on that smaller amount. But if you have other funds to cover your core expenses, that Social Security check could become your freedom fund. It's a conscious trade-off, accepting a smaller monthly check for more good, healthy, active years in retirement. It's choosing memories over math, and for millions of people that's a fantastic deal. So, while the benefit reduction for claiming at 62 is a real number, it's far from the only one that matters. As we've seen, the decision to file for Social Security is deeply personal and goes way beyond a simple spreadsheet calculation. It could be a pragmatic choice based on your health, a strategic play to protect your family, a necessary step to meet your immediate needs, or a deliberate plan to fund a joyful active retirement. In all these cases, claiming at 62 can be an incredibly smart move. The best decision isn't one an expert tells you is mathematically optimal. It's the one that fits your life, your health, your family, your finances, and your happiness. It's about looking at the whole picture, using your earned benefits to serve you best right now. But don't forget that earnings test if you're going to continue working. That reduction lasts for the rest of your life. Even if you reach full retirement age, your benefits are not going to increase. They're going to stay reduced forever. This conversation is so important, and every single person's situation is different. I would love to hear your story. What age are you thinking about filing for benefits, and what's the biggest factor driving your decision? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Helps everyone in the community learn from each other's experiences. And if I gave you a new way of thinking about things, please take a second to subscribe to the channel for more straightforward retirement advice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.